Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Yankee Stadium.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Today is Monday, September 23rd, and I would be lying to you if I said that I thought the Yankees were going to win the AL East before the season, but here we are. Magic number stands at 1. They just had so many question marks coming into the season. You know, what would we get out of Carlos Rodon this year after the year he had last year? Now he's got a chance to win 17 games, got an ERA under 4. You know, what would we get out of Giancarlo Stanton? He's got 26 home runs. He had a really good first half before he got hurt. How would Rizzo bounce back from the concussion? Well, not great, but his defense has been sharp when we needed it the most. What will we get out of Marcus Stroman, replacing Michael King in the rotation after King got traded for Juan Soto? And by the way, that has been a pretty even trade. And Michael King has had a great year. But Stroman has taken the ball and done his job. How would Volpe bounce back after a tough rookie campaign in which he hit just 209? Well, he's raised his average over 40 points, and he continues to play solid defense. How would Austin Wells do as a rookie? Well, it's fair to say top 3 in the Rookie of the Year voting, if not the winner. How would Judge bounce back from a toe injury? Well, 55 home runs, probably going to be the MVP. What about Soto's first year as a Yankee? Could he handle the pressure of New York? No doubt. One of his best seasons ever. 40 home runs and 104 RBIs headed into the homestand. Things could have gone much, much worse, and I feel proud and happy to be a Yankees fan again. There's been some tough times, too. Clay Holmes almost single-handedly has flushed the AL East down the toilet, and if it weren't for a total collapse by the Orioles, he probably would have. We'll talk more about that in a second. We've got nothing offensively from Alex Verdugo for the last few months, since about June. And now, with 6 games left, 1 Yankees win is all it takes, or 1 Orioles loss over the next 3 days. And fortunately, one can't happen without the other. The magic number is 3 to clinch home field, and that's huge. Honestly, if the Yankees sweep the Orioles, that's the best case scenario because you control your own destiny, and then you enter the final series with nothing on the line but stats and pride. Let's talk a little bit about our favorite games that we've been to. So, yesterday we talked on the post-game show about your favorite games that you had been to, and I mentioned a couple that I'd gone to, but there were a few that I wanted to talk about that I neglected to mention. Last year, I was at Aaron Judge's second 3-homer game. It was against the Diamondbacks late in the year. In fact, it might have been September 23rd or 22nd. It was right around now. And I actually called the third home run before it happened. 1 pitch before it happened, I told my buddy Justin, I said, if they throw to him here, he's going deep. And then, of course, he hit one in the right field second deck. The other one that I remember fondly was June of 2008. Johnny Damon went 6 for 6, and the Yankees walked off the Royals. Giambi went deep. A-Rod went deep. Posada homered in that game. The Yankees won 12-11. I think it was one of the hottest days of the year. It was about 100 degrees, and the heat index was even higher than that. And the game lasted 3 hours and 50 minutes. I looked it up. Wild, wild day. I was in the bleachers with no shade, so I don't even think I wore suntan lotion or whatever, or sunblock, so I was burned as hell. And then getting on the subway afterwards, like with 50,000 sweaty New Yorkers, everybody just miserable from being in the heat, but also happy that the Yankees won. It was just a really, really fun day. But one of the all-time greats at the old stadium. Let's talk a little bit about Clay Holmes. Final topic before we get to the voicemails. He almost blew yesterday's lead, and I think the time has come to sit him down until you clinch. Let him throw some innings against the Pirates after you clinch. In fact, use him as much as possible in those final few games to save the bullpen. Let him eat some innings. And then you give him a nice firm handshake, maybe a slap on the ass, and you say, see you in free agency, good luck. Because there's no way that you're pitching in the playoffs for the Yankees. I would rather have Clayton Beeter, who's only thrown 1 inning this year, than see Clay Holmes pitch in an important situation again. So, anyway, let's get to your voicemails here on the verge of clinching.
I live in New York City. I cannot believe you had the balls to do it.
Clay Holmes. I'm good ripping him apart, but think about it, if that third batter would have hit a home run. Your show would have been a very, very different show. This man cannot be on the playoff roster.
Predictably, we got more than one call about Clay Holmes today, and it's just been a slog watching this guy all year. I've never seen somebody who collapses so easily under pressure. You can see it on his face. The man just doesn't want to be in there for close situations. And, hitters are actually crushing his sinker this year. They're not hitting home runs, but they're getting line drives, base hits. And I just think that the time has come. His confidence is clearly shot. It's time to sit him down. Unless you want to use him to eat up some innings after the Yankees clinch, like I said, maybe in the Pirates series. But your point is valid. Cannot have him on the playoff roster. There is no scenario in which pitching Clay Holmes leads to a victory. The guy gets hit every single time. And you know that his teammates have no confidence in him. They all say the right things. They all like him as a human being. But I've been on teams where some of my better friends on the team are also some of the worst players on the team. And when they came up in a big spot, I was like, God dang. You know that they're feeling that about Clay Holmes. And that's not a good way to play. But I sincerely hope that Aaron Boone sees the light. And when they have that meeting of 30 front office people or whatever it is that puts together the postseason roster, I hope that they decide in a short series that it is too risky to pitch Clay Holmes.
Hello, this is Rick from Blue Lake. I'd like to point out the excellent performance that Tim Hill showed us on Sunday afternoon as he pitched the seventh inning, getting a strikeout, a flyout, and a ground out on 5 pitches. 5 pitches. Once he got the first strike, it took about 30 seconds. That's efficiency.
Tim Hill did a nice job, and Tim Hill has done a nice job since coming to the Yankees from the White Sox. On the season, he is now 4-0 with a 3.32 ERA. He's appeared in 60 games. He's thrown 65 innings. He's got 30 strikeouts, so not a strikeout pitcher, but he gets soft contact, and he's got a funky delivery, which can be tough. That can be enough sometimes. And, yeah, he deserves some props. He has really stepped up. When he was with the White Sox, his numbers were not great. He had a 5.87 ERA in 23 innings. But since coming to the Yankees, in 42 innings, he's 3-0 with a 1.93 ERA. So he's done a fantastic job. And he just doesn't strike guys out. He's had 42 innings with the Yankees and only struck out 17. So his thing is that he gets ground balls, he gets pop-outs, he just gets soft contact because he's so different than the other pitchers that you're going to see most of the time with that sidearm delivery from the left side. And those guys are valuable. I'm sure some of the listeners out there will remember Randy Choate. Randy Choate came up with the Yankees in 2000, and he pitched with them through 2003. He had a long career. He pitched till he was 39 years old. He retired in 2015. But, he was a kind of a funky side armor, and he got some very big outs for the Yankees in 2000 and in 2001.
All right, Derek, Robert. All right, things are definitely picking up now. We swept a team that we should have swept. So that's a very good sign there. Everything's coming together seemingly. Now, the only concern I got is Soto. What's going on with him? His knee is definitely affecting the way he's swinging the bat. He's swinging the bat about half as fast as he normally would be. I mean, I admire his grit and his courage there and getting out there every day, but I think this is where lame-ass Boone needs to tell him, look, you're sitting for the next few games until you can swing the damn bat the way you're supposed to be swinging it. All right? There's no need to push it now. I mean, one more win and we got the division. So leave him the hell out maybe the whole week. I mean, let him come back for the next weekend, the last 2 games, just to get some swings in real games before the playoffs. I don't know. That's the way I'm looking at it. Whatever. We'll see what goes on with Boone.
Well, he went 0 for 3 yesterday, but he went 2 for 6 the day before that. And then he had that pinch hit double on the 20th against Oakland. So he is, 3 for 7, 8, 9, 10. He's 3 for 10 since he ran into the wall or slid into the wall. That's 300. That's higher than his season batting average of 287. But I agree with you. He doesn't look great. He's obviously favoring that left knee, but hopefully the day off today will help. Maybe they'll give him a day off after they clinch the American League East, but more than likely he'll get a day off after they clinch home field advantage. But he's had a phenomenal season, and I have to say this about Juan Soto. I admire that the guy goes out there and wants to play. Even when he's hurt, you see a lot of guys, every bump and bruise that they get, they need a day off. But not Soto. He gets hurt. We've seen him, have all sorts of issues this year where he, looks like he's going to come out of the game, or, he had the wrist issue that he played through, and he stays in there and he plays hard and he's productive. I can't say anything other than great things about Juan Soto, and I really hope that he re-signs with the Yankees. But I'm putting together my top 5 Yankees who won't be back this year. It's an annual video that we make at the end of every season. And I'm stuck on number 1. I'm debating whether or not Juan Soto will re-sign with the Yankees. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Real quick word from our sponsors today, Mint Mobile, vis-a-vis the guys at Foul Territory, and then I'll be back with 2 more voicemails.
I love a great deal, but I'm not going to run sprints in the outfield just to save a few bucks. It has to be easy. No hoops, no BS. With Mint Mobile, it really is that easy to get wireless for $15 a month with the purchase of a 3-month plan. Purchase and activation is super easy too. The longest part of the process is the time spent on hold waiting to break up with your old provider.
To get started, go to mintmobile.com/territory. There you see that right now, all 3-month plans are only $15 a month, including the unlimited plan. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts.
To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/territory. That's mintmobile.com/territory. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/territory.
$45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on their first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
Hi, Derek. This is Frank from Florida. The following players do not need to be part of the Yankee team next year: Gleyber Torres, Clay Holmes, Alex Verdugo, DJ LeMahieu, and we can also add Aaron Boone, who should not be back as manager. Aforementioned players are obvious why they shouldn't be back. Boone makes a lot of stupid mistakes and is loyal to a fault with his players. And especially with Holmes, if he cannot see Holmes cannot be counted on in a high leverage situation, there's something wrong with him. He should not manage any major league team.
You guys realize we're about to win the best division in baseball, right? You guys realize we're about to win the AL East. They're not going to fire Boone. He's coming back. I can pretty much guarantee it. He's coming back. I agree with you that he's way too loyal. DJ LeMahieu got way too many at-bats, way too many chances. Oswaldo Cabrera didn't get enough chances. Clay Holmes continues to get chances that, quite frankly, he doesn't deserve anymore. But they're, aside from, maybe blowing a 3-0 lead in the playoffs or something like that, I just don't see the Yankees replacing Aaron Boone. And there's a lot of things that I dislike about Aaron Boone. His post-game platitudes and press conferences where he doesn't really say anything. But the man has managed a winning team this year.
Hey, Derek, Mike W. here, long-time watcher. Love your show, big fan. Just a few thoughts on the playoffs. Hopefully we'll get home field advantage throughout. Now that we're, I think, 3 games up on Cleveland in the loss column. So just wanted to get your thoughts on who you would prefer. I think, if it was up to me, I would prefer to face KC in the first round and then Cleveland in the ALCS. So let me know what you think. Okay? Thanks. Bye.
I'll tell you what, I've learned the hard way over the years not to root for any specific opponent. Wanting to play the Marlins in 2003 came back to bite us. There have been a few times that, the Angels, the Indians, both looked like favorable matchups at times, and they've beaten us. Honestly, the Twins, probably with the track record that the Yankees have against them and the way their bullpen has fallen apart, would probably be my pick. But, KC can be extremely tough. They've got some good pitching. Do you really want to face Seth Lugo twice in 5 games? They've also got Bobby Witt Jr., who can change a game by himself. The Guardians can be tough. Jose Ramirez, you never know when he's going to explode and have a big game. And the Tigers have great pitching. So there's really no good options. And the Astros, of course, have been our Waterloo for many years. So it's going to be a difficult road, but if the Yankees play well, they can get it done. Let's go to the NostraDerek prediction. All right, so we've got another day to wait until we play against the Baltimore Orioles on Tuesday night. But I am predicting Jason Dominguez will hit another home run. I'm loving the way his at-bats have looked lately. He stung the ball a couple of times yesterday, aside from the home run. Had a hard line out to right and a line out to short. He's heating up, and he's about to go deep again.
Ball game over.
If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and give us a subscribe. It helps other Yankees fans find the channel. We're also on all your favorite podcast platforms and social media. Join the community, have some fun. We're here after every game. This is Pinstripe Territory.